folks, welcome back to Edinburgh. Welcome, good morning. Back on another £15 day out today. Just a quick jaunt around Edinburgh. I'm just going to show you one of the most Instagrammable viewpoints in Edinburgh that you see on all the Instagrams. It's hidden away, called the Venel. And it's quite historic. It's got Miss Jean Brodie's steps and everything beside it. But anyway, I'll show you where it is. But you get some of the best pictures of the famous Edinburgh Castle. So you go down some of these little side streets. This is Keir Street. And then there's the famous Flodden Wall in front of us. And then we turn left down into the Venel. There you go, Venel. Let's go down here. You'll see the castle just looming up there in the background. And this is the historic Flodden Wall. Google it, folks, you'll get all the history about it. This is it. There's the Telfer Wall. There's the Flodden Wall. It's the famous Mary's Milk Bar. You come in the summer, get your ice creams. Right, we're going to walk along to Victoria Street, which is another Instagrammable street. It's a bit cold for the open top bus today. It's -4 today, folks. It's still really, really cold. It's going to be like this for the next week. Everyone's wrapped up. Right, folks, this is Victoria Street. There's lots of tours going on today. I think this has been pedestrianised now, this street. But you can see lots of tours. Right, once again we're walking down the Royal Mile. St Giles Cathedral there. Again, more tourists. And here's the heart of Midlothian, right in front of us. Well, you're meant to actually spit when you go past. There's a few gochels on there today. Gochel's a Scottish word for spit, in case you didn't know. Another Instagrammable spot here with phone boxes. Neat cleaned up though. Right, we're down one of the famous closes, little kind of side streets in Edinburgh, dating back to 1700. We're actually trying to find Tweeddale Court, where I've been before, but I wasn't aware of the history of it, where Outlander was filmed, and the Sudan chair was invented, and it's got Scotland's very first gas light. So yeah, that's a few closes down, but this one's amazing. I'll just turn the camera around. It's even got some authentic steam. That's seen from Oliver. Right, here it is, folks, Tweeddale Court. Let's go in. Right, folks, here it is. This is where Outlander was filmed. I'll try and put a couple of scenes in just so you can see. I'll walk slow. But this is where it was all filmed. I'll tell you about a famous murder just in a minute. But yeah, this is where the Sudan chair was invented for the posh people to get carried over all the crap of the day over the streets, when people used to throw the rubbish in the streets and do the toilet in the streets. So the Sudan chair was invented just down here somewhere to carry the owners, I think, of this house up to the Royal Mile. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what I've heard. So yeah, this is it. There's the famous printers Oliver and Boyd. there we go, folks. A film location and a bit of history. So Edinburgh is full of ghosts, and here also lies a spot where a banker called William Begbie was murdered. Now, he was found in cold blood in 1806 with a knife in his heart, and he was missing £4,000 worth of banknotes that were due to be delivered to a branch in Leith, and nobody has ever been caught for the crime. So it's a famous murder here somewhere. Not too sure the exact spot, but it's in this little closey just here in Tweeddale Court / Outlander Court. Haunted. A haunted close. As I say, I think that's the very first gas lamp in Scotland, folks. This one here, outside the posh house. Right, so that's also called the King's Wall, which used to divide the used to be a boundary wall. And this here was the Sudan chair. Garage, if you like, or storage area. Look, it's still here. This is where the first Sudan chairs were kept, folks. It was historic shed. Now, it's said that the body of this famous murder was found beside a fountain. So this could be it here, folks. This could be the remnants of the old fountain. He was found by a little girl who was going to get some water, and she stumbled across the body. So this is the only place I can see it's like a fountain, or like maybe an old fountain area. So it could have been right here, folks, that the murder took place. It could be haunted. This could be the most haunted spot in Tweeddale Court. Right, these gold bars on the floor here, these are called lucking stones, folks, and this is where the old market used to be. Used to mark out where the stalls used to go, and these are the what's actually left of the lucking. I think it's called the lucking stones, the old market stones, market boundaries, right beside the famous World's End pub, which is also famous for World's End murders. A lot of murders in Edinburgh. Right, that says heave awa chaps, I'm no deed yet. Right, folks, that was 1861. That's Paisley Close. That's when a tenement fell down and killed 35 people. And when they were looking for survivors, they thought everybody was gone, and then they heard a little voice saying, heave awa, I'm no deed yet, or heave awa chaps, I'm no deed yet. And this little 12-year-old boy was pulled out. So that's a reminder on the top there of the collapse of Paisley Close. So every one of these closes has got a bit of history, folks. It's worth checking out. Every single one of them, there's hundreds of them. Right, we're up here on top of the main shopping centre in Edinburgh, St James Place. I'm just going to go check out the view from the top. Right, that's a view looking across the Forth. A long way down. So we've now crossed to the old part of Edinburgh. This is the new town. So we're going to head up and explore some of the new parts of Edinburgh. There's one of the hotel's rooms, a part hotel. They're going to have some great views of the old graveyard and Arthur's Seat. Way in the distance there somewhere. There you go. Right, there's my old shop. I worked in Edinburgh. Used to be going places. Now it's a Starbucks. The Edinburgh years. God, they were tough years, folks. Some enjoyable times, but tough. So now, you've seen the Liverpool game, Liverpool against Man United, 7-0. Who would have believed that? Yeah, I went up to Montrose to watch it for a couple of quiet pints, but then obviously when it went 7-0 up, I had to stay a bit longer and celebrate a bit, so Must admit I had a bit of a sore head on Monday. Well, folks, that's where we're heading next. A wee Witherspoon stop for a sandwich and a Diet Coke. So, the Cali Picture House, Cali Concert Hall back in the 70s, 80s. One of the bands that played here, including Hawkwind and Smiths and all the bands of the day. And so much history here, folks. It's great to come in here and just take in the atmosphere. And then it was Century 2000, a nightclub. We used to come here. And now it's Witherspoons.